Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Thursday the 23rd of September 2021. Today we're going to talk about random bits of Millwall news, and I'm going to end the video with the stats because I know a lot of you don't like the stats, so I'll give you a chance to bail out before it gets all boring at the end. But we start off today on quite a sad note. Now, I told you yesterday that the kit man Adrian Wisson had recovered successfully from a double lung transplant, and I don't know if some of you may remember this. I brought you in one of the videos. I told you about a fundraiser to pay for treatment for this young man here, Mike Cole, to go and get treatment for skin cancer. And that was a couple of months ago, I believe. And we got news today from Mill's Twitter that he had sadly passed away, which is very sad and upsetting. Skin cancer, young man like that. Yeah, quite sad indeed. So here we go. Rest in peace, Mike Cole. 1984 to 2021. Quite sad indeed. And if you'll see this picture that was on Mill's Twitter, now it looks like he's wearing a Gillingham kit. He's not wearing a Gillingham kit, dude. Don't worry. He's wearing this. So it's a Farnborough Old Boys Guild. And this is from Kentish Football.co.uk, and it's a bit of a statement they put out. It says Farnborough Old Boys Guild have paid tribute to a former player of theirs who sadly lost his battle with skin cancer at the age of 37 on Tuesday. Mike Cole played for the amateur Kent County League club and captained their Sunday reserve side. Cole made a huge impact at the club in just over 2 years, scoring an incredible 39 goals in 82 matches from midfield, said a club statement. He was immensely popular with not only his teammates but all who knew him at the club. Our thoughts are with his family, fiance and friends. So there you go. Quite sad. And indeed. So let's move on to the rest of the Millwall news from today. So early morning, this broke, and it's quite a shocker. Quite a shocker indeed. The picture you are seeing, I don't know if you recognise him. He's been in many a video over the last probably 2 months. Well, probably since the summer. It's Abdul Abdulmalik. Now he's been on trial at various clubs. Southampton, Portsmouth, Watford. Swansea made a bid for him. Don't think he went on trial, I'm not too sure. So this is from LondonNewsOnline.co.uk. Exclusive. Millwall striker signs new 12-month contract with option for a further year. So he's re-signed with Millwall. So his contract, I believe, was up on 30th of June. So he's been going around trying to find another club since then. Hasn't happened for him because the compensation is going to be quite expensive, because he's appeared for England youth teams, under 15s and under 16s, I believe. So that's obviously going to pump the price up, because if you're one of the best players in your age range, good enough to play for the national team, like, come on, what are we talking here? Now, that doesn't always mean you're going to be a top footballer, but it certainly helps. So maybe. So let's have a read of this first. So striker Abdul Abdulmalik signed a new contract with Millwall. The 18-year-old had initially rejected fresh terms and spent time on trial with a number of clubs, including Premier League duo Watford and Southampton. Abdulmalik signed a 1-year contract with Millwall with the option of a further 12 months. It has been very well documented that we wanted Abdul to stay in the first place, said Lions boss Gary Rowett. He's a young player with a lot of ability and potential. For various reasons, he has been advised to head out and try his hand somewhere else. He's realised we are in a really good next step for him. It's important he now develops and puts everything into taking that next step. Billy Mitchell, Alex Mitchell, Danny McNamara and Tyler Burry have all come through to make their senior debuts for the Lions. Rowett said, "That is a challenge for any young player. We had some excellent performances from the under-23s in their last game against Barnsley. That is what they have got to do. They have got to perform. If they perform consistently, then come and train with the first team and perform consistently. There will be opportunities. What this does now is give Abdul the chance to settle back into the under-23. He has got talent. What he has to do is go and score goals for the under-23s. Not really, because George Alexander scored goals for the under-23s and he was bombed out as well, so it doesn't always work out that way. So what's interesting is he signed a 1-year deal. Now, is that, surely that's not it's probably a 9-month deal now, isn't it? We're into October. Surely it just takes him, they're going to sign a deal to take him through to June next year. Otherwise, what would be the point of signing him till September next year, after the transfer window closes? Well, I suppose if you're out of contract, it doesn't matter, so I suppose. But still, with an option for a further year. Here's the thing. Maybe they backdated it. Now, I did say this in another video. If he does come and sign for Millwall, maybe they'll do him a favour, in quotes, and backdate it to when he should have signed it first time and help him out that way, so he doesn't lose out. That might be a thing, like just to help him out. That's probably what's happened. So it probably backdates from last year. Now I'm thinking about it. But what I mentioned in my further previous videos about this was it was a weird that all the clubs that he went on trial, especially Portsmouth one, that was a weird one, like the League One club. Now they were in the big time. They have won, I think they have won the FA Cup before. That was a long time ago, but still. They've been in Premier League for a number of years. We've only been in the top league for 2 years, 2 seasons in our history. So, but that was a weird one. And then Southampton, and then Watford, and Swansea made a bid. So it seems that all teams to the west of London, in that kind of area, he was trying to get a contract with them. What kind of, is he trying to move to a specific region? It's not that he doesn't want to be at Millwall. Maybe his family or his fiance, if he's got a girlfriend or something, he wants to move and live in that area, and he doesn't want to travel to Millwall every day. That was kind of weird. I don't know what happened there. That did seem a bit weird at the time. Maybe he wants to get out of London because of all the crime, all the stabbings and whatnot. Not being funny, but people who look like him are getting stabbed quite frequently, and some of them, it's not their fault. They are just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they get mixed up in other people's gang warfare, and they're totally innocent bystanders that have nothing to do with anything. So maybe he's worried about all of that stuff and just wants to get out of London. But I don't know. But maybe it was the length of contract. Maybe Millwall were trying to stitch him up for 4 seasons, 5 seasons, 3 seasons, and he didn't want to do that. So before people slag him off and cast him out and tell him to F off, there's a bit of nuance here. We probably don't know what that is, but the length of the contract's probably one. He didn't want a long one, because I think, yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe it's the area. I don't know. Something's gone on here. But I really don't know why Gary Rowett's mentioning it, because Gary Rowett really doesn't want to play any of the youngsters. He was kind of forced into playing some of them, and the rest, he's just bombed them out on loan straight away. Danny McNamara's only playing because Marlon Romeo had a strop. Danny McNamara had to come back in from Scotland early and play, and he did. He's done very well and got himself into the side. But Tyler Burry was on the fringes. He's been loaned out. He was doing very well at Hartlepool. So he's proven himself to be a League Two player. But got massive problems with injuries, and he's still loaning players out. Junior Tens is loaned out to Dover. Alex Mitchell was loaned out. Like, I don't know why they got a quote from Gary Rowett, because it's really not his wheelhouse or anything he seems to be interested in. So, and he's saying, and he was saying before, under 23s ain't shit. You got to go out on loan to play against real men, prove yourself there. Basically, well, I'm paraphrasing. He didn't actually say that, but I'm paraphrasing. And now he's saying, "Oh, this kid Abdul needs to go into under 23s and play well." After slagging off the under 23s, saying it's not proper football, it's got nothing. Like, if you're just because you're playing well in under 23s doesn't give you a right to play in the first team, because it's a completely different game. Which is true. It is true, but that's why you have a bench and you bring players in slowly, and you get them acclimatized to it, and you train them with the first team, because the first team will be quite similar to what other teams are like. That's what's happening. So this breaking this morning, complete surprise, out of nowhere, but I assume it's the only avenue forward. Like I said, it was kind of fucked up. The kid was like the new Mark Bosman. He couldn't go to a club because no one could afford the compensation. And so what is he just gonna just do nothing? He's just gonna sit on his ass? Like, what's happening here? He's kind of like stuck between the bureaucracy of the situation that exists. He probably could have went to court and all that stuff, but who needs that? So he's come back and signed for Millwall, and I genuinely hope he is sincere. And he tries. He hasn't just signed the contract and then he just gets a mystery illness or sickness or whatever, or fakes an injury or whatever. I hope he's sincere. He comes in, he plays, even if he wants to leave. Tell them that you want to leave. Tell them to sell you. If you've signed the contract, put a transfer fee that they can, like, what do they call it? Put the fee that they need to accept to sell you in the contract, and then let's go. But I hope he comes back and he's sincere in his actions and performances for Millwall under 23s. And the I don't know if he's too old for it, the FA Youth Cup. He's 18 years old, so maybe, depends when his birthday is, he might still be eligible for that, which would be good, because he should be a standout performer in that. But I don't know how old he is when his birthday is. It depends if he's eligible, but we'll find out about that, who we get in that next month, I believe in November somewhere. So there you go. Abdulmalik is coming back. See how he gets on. Let's hope it's real and genuine. We've also got this from millfc.co.uk. This is Millwall Community Trust signed formal agreement with Lewisham College. Ah, look at that. A couple of students there from Lewisham College. Isn't that nice? So this says, can we tell one? No. There you go. Nice. So Lewisham College and Millwall Community Trust launched a new partnership last week to support young people in Lewisham and the surrounding area to break into media, sports journalism and marketing. The new media, sports journalism and PR marketing courses are designed to offer young people with the opportunity to build their skills and explore, develop and test their creativity, as well as providing them with the knowledge and understanding of the operational aspects of media in the sports sector. Learners will benefit from exclusive access to Millwall Football Club's media suite at the Den, including TV interview areas and press and TV gantry. They will also gain an understanding of football business and management concepts and develop a practical application of how football brands communicate to their audiences through public relations. Millwall Community Trust and Millwall Football Club We'll also offer students who enrol on the course the opportunity to join workshops and take part in work experience placements with industry partners such as Sky Sports, BT Sports, Radio 5, Millwall Radio. Millwall Radio? Who are they? Millwall TV. Who are they? Does he mean iFollow? Don't know. Helping young people to develop experience in media and video production, marketing, public relations, social media promotion and production of matchday programs. Oh, Millwall Radio might be, I don't know if you've listened to it, the Wall Talk podcast, so they might be referring to that. Asfar Sohal, principal at Lewisham College, said, "We are committed to inspiring excellence and always looking to offer courses that give our students real work experience to prepare them for employment. This exciting partnership will provide young people exclusive access to opportunities in the sector and the industry knowledge and skills they need to get ahead. We are immensely proud to be working with Millwall Community Trust and Millwall Football Club to support young people in the community to achieve their goals and progress in their chosen career path within the sports and media industries." And then Steve Kavanagh says something, and then Pete Varney says something. Lewisham, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. And then they talk about how they're gonna but basically they talk about the skin color of the people they're gonna employ, which is kind of racist to me, but hey, whatever. Anyway, so we've got this, and then we've got this. Millwall are hiring a video content producer. Work closely with the Lions. So I guess that's someone. Well, let's have an exciting opportunity for a talented and driven person has arisen in the media and communications department. The successful applicant should be confident, creative, enthusiastic, motivated and committed, and have a desire to continuously improve themselves and the department. We offer you the opportunity to join a fantastic, friendly and driven team to develop your skills and experience. And the closing date for applications is Friday the 8th of October. So what that is, I believe, well, let's have a look. It's 35 hours a week for 22k a year, plus benefits, which probably include, I don't know what, food and free tickets to the thing, which probably because of the value would count as a payment in kind, and you would need to pay taxes on stuff like that. I believe that's how that shit happens. So an exciting opportunity for talent and vivid. Yeah, we've read that. Yeah, we've read all that. Yeah. Key responsibilities: producing and uploading video content to the club's website and social platforms, assisting with the implementation of the club's social media strategy. They have a strategy. Delivering content for the big screen and LED advertising boards, interviewing high-profile sports professionals at Millwall or at other clubs. Is he talking about the Millwall players? High profile. Are we signing someone? Supporting media and communications and marketing colleagues with general duties and tasks during the week and on match days. It's only 35 hours a week, so what is that, like 3 days a week? 5 hours a day? Match day would be a long day, I would imagine. Traveling as well. I imagine if you go away, maybe you don't go to the away games. So what do you need? Extensive experience of using Premiere Pro. Efficiency in all aspects of video production from pre to post-production, including camera operation, sound and video editing. Experience in producing video content for digital and social platforms. Knowledge of various social media channels. Experience of After Effects is desired, though not essential. I have absolutely no idea what is After Effects. Does anyone know? Tell me in the comments, please. Not that I'm interested. So personal skills, high level of creativity. Indeed. Confidence to come up with and share new ideas. Trustworthy, conscientious and reliable. Ambitious, enthusiastic, energetic and driven. Somebody sounds like somebody's been reading the Thesaurus. Proactive approach with the ability to handle multiple projects and responsibilities. Able to work under pressure to deadlines both individually and as part of the team. That's because you got to edit the things for the next day, I'll imagine. A polite and professional manner. Exemplary organisational skills. A commitment to self-improvement and a desire to enhance in the department's operations. You will be required to work 35 hours per week, inclusive of midweek and weekend match days. So that includes, so you've got to be involved in match day, and you'll be expected to work as reasonably required to fulfill the needs of the business. So it's basically when they need you. I imagine it's flexi hours. When they need you, they need you. When they don't, you can have the day off. I would imagine go and play golf or something like that, or probably go to your other job, because 22k a year ain't gonna support you. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. So if you're watching this and you are a video content provider, or you know someone who is, and who isn't a complete stoner or a loser, sounds like there's a job for them. But it sounds like at 22k a year, that's probably ideal for someone still living at home with mummy and daddy. So maybe one of these students, where's that picture? One of these students maybe, who's just come out of this course at Lewisham College, maybe they could get the job. So there you go. Now moving on. Are you running the London Marathon? Why not? Now when I saw this, I was a little bit confused, because it's September, so why are they talking about the 21 London Marathon? Surely it's already been run. It gets run every year in April, doesn't it? And then I realised, oh no, it's probably been delayed. So Millwall putting out a casting call, a missive. Are you running the 2021 London Marathon? Get in touch. The club want to hear from you. So if you're not, or you know someone who is, maybe a Millwall fan, or kind of loosely associated with Millwall, just living in the general area, show them this. Get them to have a look at this. The world famous 26.2 mile course will wind its way through the streets of London on Sunday the 3rd of October. So it's in, was it next week? Yeah, over a week, just over a week's time. Ahead of the marathon, millwallfc.co.uk will showcase runners taking part with their details featuring the Lions Matchday programme for the Bristol City game. So, if you are running and have a fundraising site such as a Just Giving page, this is a perfect chance to reach out to a wider audience. To be included, send an email to that email address and include all the relative details by midday on Sunday, this Sunday. So there you go. So if you know someone who's running, then maybe they're struggling to raise a bit of money, they just want a bit of pat on the back, they want their picture in the magazine, the program, show them this, get them involved, help them out. Yeah, get a bit of help from Millwall Football Club in boosting your situation that you're dealing with there. So let's move on now to, of course, injuries. The daily, I think I might rename the channel the Daily Mill, the Daily Injuries. So here we go with today's daily injury update. Millwall boss on Mason Bennett absence against Leicester as he is in doubt for Nottingham Forest. This is from news@den.co.uk. Mason Bennett joins Jed Wallace as doubt for Millwall's championship game against Nottingham Forest on Saturday. Bennett back, and Wallace mystery illness missed a 2-0 defeat to Leicester in the third round of the EFL Cup at the Den on Wednesday evening. Sean Hutchinson made his return and will boost Gary Rout's defensive options at Forest. Rout revealed he thought he would have to replace Mario Wallace after the warm-up before the game against the Foxes, as the defender had a problem with his calf. Danny McNamara wasn't risked while Miko Captain-Beld was rested. While Bennett and Wallace could be unavailable at the City ground, Rout hopes Benekophobia and Shea Yojo will be fit. Mace has got a lower back issue, so he wasn't available, Rout said. I've said it before. I've not known anything like the amount of injuries and the amount of changes we've had to make from game to game. They came in after the warm-up and said Murray's calf's tight, and I thought, oh fuck, here we go again. We're going to have to make a change before the game starts. But that's where we're at. We've got to get through this period and work hard. I thought they showed there are players out there wanting to go and play Saturday. Gave me a problem Saturday, that's all you can ask for. Hutchie now available for the 490. Danny Mac wanted to be involved tonight. We felt just maybe cautiously it was the right decision to leave him out. He should be available Saturday. Whether that's the start or not, I don't know. Well, clearly not, because I doubt that you would. I think Miko will be okay. Mason will be a doubt. Jed will still be a doubt. Shea might be back. We'll assess his fitness. I think over the next couple of games we're going to look in a better position squad-wise. Up until then, we just have to work incredibly hard to try and get results. Well, not being funny, mate, but we should try work hard to get results even when we've got a full squad. You know, I'll just say that. And a bit surprising to read this about Murray Wallace in his tight calf. I thought he was one of our better players yesterday. Yeah, yesterday against Leicester. So that was a bit weird one reading that. But there you go. So that's the injuries. The daily injury. Thank you for watching the daily injury. Come back tomorrow to see tomorrow's video about how many players are injured and who will not be playing. So that's it for the end of it for the normal video. I'm going to go into stats now. So if you don't want to be bored out your fucking mind, you can click off now. Right. Anyone else still watching? We're going to go through the stats from yesterday's video. Not a lot to get through, but here we go. We just got to whoscored.com. So we've got whoscored.com. We haven't got the other ones because it's a cup game. You can see the top 5 players according to this website. All Leicester City players. But look at the chances. There wasn't a lot in it. We went toe to toe with them. But our toes ended up kicking the ball wide, and there's scored 2 goals. But you can see. So this is the stats for the game. The attempts that Millwall are in red because they always do. Home team red, away team blue. So Millwall in red, they're on the left hand side. We had 8 attempts, they had 7. 5 open play. 3 set pieces for us, 1 for them, 1 counter attack for them. So that means they scored 2 goals from their 7 shots, which is 28% conversion rate, which is one of the highest we've seen. And that doesn't bode too well for George Long, especially what I'm going to show you in a minute. But I spoke yesterday about how they played, how Leicester played. Now the defensive line was pushed all the way up, and the forward line was pushed all the way in. They were basically everyone of Leicester was in the middle third, and that's what's happening here. They were basically passing it around, going forward into the middle third. If they got into a bit of trouble, they went back, they went sideways, they went here, there, and everywhere. Even when they got to like the D on the Millwall, no, the geezer wasn't looking to shoot straight away. If he didn't have it, he literally wasn't looking to shoot. He would, even if there was a gap there, he kind of turned away and just passed it off to the side, just passing it. With little end product. Seriously, they were doing the not all the time, but they were doing the short goal kicks as well, that kind of thing. So let's put there you go. Look what I told you. Look at Leicester. All of their players in the middle third. This is the player positions average. You can see. I think they were trying to either break on a counter, get through a sneaky through ball, but Millwall kind of, when they had to, they were dropping back. They didn't drop back straight away to leave a gap in the middle, but they would go back when Leicester were coming forward. So that was quite well done. You can see Mahoney here acting as the out ball. You can see here, oh, pardon me, attack sides. Everything was going through Mahoney. That's probably why he looked good, because everything was going through Mahoney. 50% of our play was going down the right hand side. Probably also because 41% of stuff was going down Leicester's left hand side. Lookman was playing that side. So when Ryan Leonard or someone got the ball off of them, naturally they would go straight down the line to Mahoney, because there would be a gap there. So you've seen that. Let's show you that. I've shown you that. But you can see here, so yeah, what I said, they were pretty compact there. Yeah, I've seen that before, with a Premier League team coming to the Den. It is something they do. I think maybe it was Burnley last season when we played them in the cup. They do push all the way up, and then defenders come all the way down, so everyone's compacted in the middle. It's was kind of interesting to see. But it was kind of weird when they got inside the Millwall goal that they weren't looking to score at the goal, or there was literally no urgency to score, and that's reflected up here where they only had five chances. Well, they had 7 chances, 5 open play. And that's a lot worse than it actually seems, because I'll show you later. Now let's have a look at the passing types. So you can see here, of course, they literally outpassed us by double the amount. That's definitely over double the amount. We had 290 passes, they had 693. But we had 17 crosses, they had 4. They literally were on the ball, ball on the floor, passing it around. No crosses to anyone, because why? 63 long balls, and short passes 210 to 626. So a lot of extra passing from them. Let's get into this. So here you go, and you can see the ratings for the Millwall team. Not all that, no standout players. Everyone's a bit average. It ranges from 5.8 for the keeper, which is a bit harsh on him, but like I said, Leicester didn't do a lot of shots, so the shots they did do, 2 of them ended up going in. So that does, in terms of numbers, that's not good for a goalkeeper. If you have like 3 or 4 shots on target and 2 of them go in, that's kind of on you, even if you can't really do anything about the shots that went in. Although there was one instance where he come out and he kind of collided with either Jake Cooper and Ryan Leonard, and they kind of got in a mix up, and luckily the guy hit him, kicked it at him, and then it went out for a corner. So that was one thing that was kind of unsettling. But you can see here, so the Leicester players, most of them 7s, decent score. The geezer there, Soyuncu, he was alright. I thought he had a good game. The number 8 was Tillemans. I thought he had a good game. He wasn't playing there though. He was playing where they've got the 22. He was playing that position, I believe. But yeah, Iheanacho, I wouldn't give him man of the match, to be honest with you. I probably would have give it to their number 4, Soyuncu. Yeah. So what? Oh yeah, I was wanting to show you this. Now, so you look at that, it seems pretty much that we weren't really involved in it. But I'm going to bring this line over, and what I'm going to do is go to half time. So this shows up the first half. Look at the total shots there: 5 from Millwall, 1 from them, and that was a free kick that they dived to get, and then they ended up kicking over. And they had one more aerials, because they've got Matt Smith wasn't on the pitch at this point in time, so they're winning more aerials. We had the 1 corner. We had 5 shots to them. They're 1. So we did all right. We did. These are the ratings up to so you can see how the score's gone down now. It's pretty. Look at the Leicester team. It's pretty much similar to the Millwall team in terms of ratings. This is the rating, the live rating. So this is the rating at half time. Pretty much similar. We went toe to toe with them. Now I'm going to bring you the rating from the second half by moving this one forward. Bring that there, and it's going to change. And you're going to see, basically, they stepped up a gear. Premier League team stepped up a gear. Not too much, but they did. And you can see here, 3 shots to 6 now. That's just in that half. That's not including the ones I've just shown you. These are the stats just for that second half. We won 15 aerials to 13 because Matt Smith come on. We had 6 dribbles to their 0. We had a lot more possession because we actually try and go for it after the fuck up with the throw in. So yeah, this is basically from 45 minutes to 90 minutes. So you can see here. So basically we stayed the same. Maybe dropped off a bit. And they kind of stepped up a bit and did more coming out of the second half. So don't know what the manager said to them. I didn't really see any major changes, to be honest. I wasn't looking that much. But they definitely stepped up a gear and did do a bit more. They only had 1 shot in the first half. They had six in that second half. So there you go. It wasn't all that bad, and that's self-inflicted goal there on the 50th minute. 5 minutes after coming out in the second half was really a kick in the fucking teeth. Apparently, if you've seen yesterday's video, I really wasn't happy that Gary Rowett basically immediately told, because Leonard was taking it on the halfway line in front of the dugouts, and basically Rowett's telling him where to throw it. Instead of ignoring him, because Ryan Leonard's struggling for game time, he doesn't get picked. He's competing with, so your manager tells you to throw it somewhere, you're gonna do it, ain't you? You're gonna say fuck this and just throw it forward where you wanted to throw it. So that's why he was taking so long to take the throw in. And he's throwing it to Jake Cooper. Maybe he should have thrown it to Sean Hutchinson, but he didn't. And Jake Cooper got done for the ball, and then we end up 2-0 down, or 1-0 down. Sorry. And then that was it. We did actually try and after that we did become a bit more attacking, but only after the substitutions got made, which was there. When was that? In about, was it 65th minute or whatever? I can go up and find out actually. Yes, 72 minutes. So they had the pre-programmed substitution that he was always going to make. Sean Hutchinson taking him off after an hour, which kind of unsettled the defence. Sean Hutchinson played what he was doing was fantastic. Whatever he does, how he commands the area, he doesn't do a lot of shouting, so I don't know how he does it, but he does it, and he basically organises everything. It's friggin' amazing. And that kind of disappeared when Danny Ballard came in. No disrespect to him, but it's Sean Hutchinson is Sean Hutchinson. When he went off, it was noticeable, the difference in defence. Then so we wait until the 72nd minute to bring on 2 attacking players, and we start to go for it with 20 minutes left. So maybe Gary Rowett thought we can't really attack and not really you can't go gung-ho attack and then hope to defend. for more than 20 minutes, so maybe he waited until there's 20 minutes left, then made the substitutions. I don't know, but we got caught on a break late on with 2 minutes of normal time to go, and it was a 2-0 when it could have been 1-1. The pressure was kind of working. They were standing up to it quite well. Few weird situations that I've already talked about in yesterday's game. Everyone rushing forward instead of some players sitting back and waiting for if the second ball drops in that area that's just outside the penalty box. So yeah, it could have been 1-1 easily. We were not shamed in this game against a Premier League reserve team, but still. So yeah, 8-7. So who took the shots? Basically, most of the Millwall team had a shot. For them, it was Iheanacho, Daka, Lookman, Tillmans. So they really were passing the ball around to their attackers and letting their attackers do what they do best. So possession of the game, really not a lot going on. Wow, look at this, 10% for the number 4, 11%, nearly 12 for George Evans. Yeah, they really were just passing it around at the back, trying to open things up, and not really getting much luck with Millwall, which was good to see. So pass success percentage, Billy Mitchell up there, 82. Not bad for someone playing 90 minutes. That's good to see. Bradshaw, 78. Now, is that because he didn't do a lot of passing? Probably, but for someone who, for an attacking player playing 90 minutes, that's good to see as well. George Long, 46. That would be the long kicks from Long. There you go. But when you compare that to the Leicester team with their short passing, their numbers are way up there. Except for Lookman. Lookman's passing, not all that. Dribbles, 8-3. Surprising that Mahoney only had 1. Aerials 1. So they outdid us on the aerials. Probably because Matt Smith came on very late. He still won 4. But the midfield battle, in midfield, Leicester, all of them except for Brighton, winning multiple headers. There you go. Seeing is believing. So Murray Wallace, 4. I thought he did have a good game yesterday. Tackles, 13-14. Not much in it. No one really standing out. Again, no one standing out. Corners, 3-1. Dispossessed. So we were getting in and then making it hard for them and dispossessing them. So now let's go to player stats. So I want to show you. So there's the Millwall team, but I'm going to show you this. Touches of the ball, 124 for Johnny Evans, 113 for that geezer Kaglar Suyunku. Absolutely incredible numbers for a team just short passing it around at the back, with only Bradshaw chasing them down. And you compare that to the Millwall team, who had the most touches for Millwall? Billy Mitchell, 47. You got 4 players here on basically the same. Sean Hutchinson, 46. Ryan Ed, 45. Murray Wallace, 45. So there you go. In terms of rating, Murray Wallace. So Murray Wallace was the best Millwall player yesterday. I thought he did have a good game. So 6.57. George Evans not far, but there's not much in his. There's George Evans 6.52. Billy Mitchell 6.50. Yeah, I probably would agree with that. Hutchinson, probably because he didn't play the full 90. He scores at 6.41. So maybe if he played longer, would have been higher, or maybe he would have been tired and not done too well. In terms of low score, what have we got? So George Long 5.82. Bradshaw 5.99. Now let's have a look at why that might be, and we're going to go on this. So shots. Oh dear. So here we go. So we've got 8 players having shots, but this thing here, shots OT, is shots on target. So you've got all these players having shots, but we've got one player having a shot on target, and that was Connor Mahoney. And that really isn't good enough. It really is. You can't have one shot on target the whole game. Now, we were trying. We did well. We went at them. So, but it just shows the lacking quality. Now, let's have a look down at Leicester. If it will stop scrolling. Shots. So they only had, again, they had separated all their roles. The defenders defended, the midfielders midfielded, and the attackers attacked. There are attackers here. 4 of them had shots. Only 4 Leicester players had shots. And only 2 of them had shots on target. The 2 geezers who scored. They basically didn't shoot until they saw the open goal. And they were right up close to it. And that's what you got here. So, Admola, look man. 1 shot. 1 shot on target. 1 goal. That's the quality. That's what you pay for. That's why you're a Premier League player. Kilichi Iheanacho, 3 shots, 2 on target, 1 goal. 92.5 pass accuracy. That's what you pay for. That's why he's in the Premier League. But it just shows they didn't have a lot going on either. They really didn't. If we had more up front than Tom Bradshaw, we could have got something out of this game. But I understand why. The only other alternative was to play Matt Smith or to play, and he wouldn't have lasted the full 90, I don't think. Or to play Afobe, and he wouldn't. He's come back from injury as well. So I understand why they started with Bradshaw. They had to start with Bradshaw. It was the only logical thing to do. But if we had, maybe if Ojo was fit, he could have played up front. Maybe we could have done something, but it just didn't work out. We were trying to get goals from set pieces, as you can see with all of these defenders and whatnot having shots. Jay Cooper, Sean Hutchinson, Alex Pearce as well, Ryan Leonard. We're trying 8 players having shots, but only 1 of them was on target, and that's really not good enough unless you're Blackburn Rovers playing Millwall. So that harks back to the thing before. What's happening here? They're not breaking it down. So because it's a cup game, they're not bothering. This is unbelievable. What's happening here? Let me just refresh this. Maybe it's gone wonky. What's happening here? Oh, there you go. I thought that was a bit weird. So we've seen that. Key passing. Okay, I don't know what that really means. Dispossessed. Who got dispossessed? Ben Thompson, yeah, of course, always. Bradshaw, Mario Wallace and Alex Pearce. Okay, unscheduled touches, which basically poor ball control. Quite a lot going on there, all the way down to number 9, Danny Ballard. Okay. Defensively, who done alright at the back? The tackles, not bad. All 8 players having tackles. Billy Mitchell, nice. Billy Mitchell with 3, more than the defence, because the game really did take place in the middle of the park, in the middle third. That's where all the action was. Interceptions again. Billy Mitchell up there, but Alex Pearce 4. Nice. Billy Mitchell 2, and then these players. Clearances. Sean Hutchinson, nice, 3. George Evans, and then 3 other players with 1. Any block shots? Not really, because they didn't really shoot. You see, they didn't really shoot. As I've just shown you, their attackers attacked. There was very demarcated how they were playing. Fouls. 6 players giving away fouls. Okay. Passing wise, we've seen who had the most passes. Billy Mitchell 34. with 82 accuracy. That is very good. Very good. George Evans 29.79. Nice. Not so good. Where can we go? So probably Danny Ballard 850. So half of them were a skew. Matt Smith 5, and only one was accurate. That's 20%. Benik Abobi 100% from 4 passes. But so the highest passer for Millwall was Billy Mitchell. Let's have a look. Leicester, what do you think? 100? 75? Oh, it's not on it. Yeah, 116. 116. 3 times as many passes as Millwall's highest passer. That's the short ball game. That's how they play. That's how they play. Pass and move. Yeah, and it worked for them because they won 2-0. Crosses. Let's have a look at crosses. Conor Mahoney, 8 and 3. 8 crosses, 3 of them were accurate. Murray Wallace, 3 and 1. Tom Bradshaw and Benik Afobe, 2 and 0. And Benik Afobe, one of his crosses ended up causing the counter attack that led to the goal. So that was not good to see. Long balls and accurate long balls. George Long, 22 and 9. What was that? Just under half. That would explain that. 45, yeah, probably around 45. Yes, not all that, is it? But when you think Matt Smith isn't up front, be expected now. Not George Evans, that's good. 7 and 5. Jake Cooper 6 and 3. Murray Wallace 5 and 2. Basically, Murray Wallace was the outlet for when Matt Smith and Afobe come on. Instead of going down the right where Conor Mahoney was, they went down Murray Wallace's side. Murray Wallace, as soon as he got past the halfway in line, would be looking to hit Matt Smith on the far post. Numerous times that happened. So yeah, okay. So there you go. That's it for the stats video. That's it. That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.